This conference will now be recorded.
One more thing, I usually do not prepare any kind of PPTs and anything. Okay, so the way how I deliver is I in real time only I prepare the Excel sheets, and in the Excel sheets I'm going to explain each and everything. And yeah, so that is the way how I deliver the things. And once we are approaching once we are completed with some portion of the course, okay, I will be sharing whatever books I'm having related to the EWM. Okay, so you can also go through that SAP related books for your reference. Yeah? And of course, you will all going to get the session recordings as well. Yeah. So let's understand about SAP Extended Warehouse Management. Yeah. So what it is, okay, what which area of the business it's going to serve, right? So before I take you to the to that journey, so first of all, the very basic question is in the name only, it is saying something related to warehouse management. So what is a warehouse? Okay, this is not a new terminology, or we cannot say that a warehouse is something we are hearing about very first time. Even if you are working in SAP, or even if you are not working in SAP, okay, that doesn't matter. Everyone is familiar with this terminology, warehouse, and everyone I can tell for sure everyone has visited a warehouse at least once in a month. You guys visit a warehouse, yeah, I can say that confidently. Now, can anyone try to answer what is a warehouse in your understanding?
It's a storage of products or the inventory or the stocks kind of
Yes,
materials. Yeah.
yes, yeah, very good. Any other answer?
It's a physical location to store the products of a company.
Yeah, very good, very good. Okay, yeah. So that is how we usually call a warehouse. Okay, it is a location where we will going to store our goods. Okay, what one additional point I'm going to add there. So a warehouse is a location where an enterprise stores the goods in an organized way. Okay, it is a location where an enterprise will going to store the goods in an organized way. Has anyone seen a warehouse? Don't say that whenever we were working in any SAP related project, we got a chance uh, to visit a warehouse. So, okay, maybe when we were on site. Not, I don't want to hear those things. In general, in your daily life, has anyone seen a warehouse in your city, wherever you are residing?
Yes, I think DMart is the best example.
Very good, very good. DMart is an example of warehouse. Okay, what are the another example of warehouse? Any medical store you go, okay, any medical store, let's say Apollo Pharmacy you take, that is also a warehouse. DMart, earlier we used to have Big Bazaar, now we have Reliance Smart Bazaar, Apollo Pharmacy. Okay, these are the example, and one more, Reliance Trends, any apparel store if you go. Okay, that is also a good example of warehouse. So why I'm calling these things as a warehouse? Because that is a location where an enterprise is storing the goods in an organized way. What is the meaning of storing the goods in an organized way? For example, let me draw this image here. Assume this is the top view of a warehouse. So let's take this example as a DMart. Okay, so how you will going to see the layout of the DMart? Okay, so for example, if you are visiting, let's say the customer will going to enter from this place. You are a customer, you are entering from this point. And once you are getting inside to a DMart, what you are seeing that there are different categories of commodities, what they are storing in one room. So let's say this is one area where you are seeing certain categories of the goods. So let's say these are all varieties of biscuits area. Another area what you are seeing, that is the area where you will going to see only food grains. Another area what you are seeing, okay, in this particular area you will going to see, let's say, all cold storage product. Okay, and there could be one more where you can see all your toiletries related commodities, maybe your shampoo, soaps, okay, detergents, those things we will going to see. Okay, so what is the common what is as per this definition, what we are understanding here, if a customer is entering here, and if that customer wants to purchase food grains, so he need not have to get confused in this big space. Okay, there will going to be hoardings, what he will going to see, okay, this is the place where he need to navigate, okay, to buy the food grains. So he will going to focus only on this area, okay, to buy the food grains for their household related things. If anything, let's say he would like to buy a thumbs up or Pepsi, okay, so he will visit this cold storage products section, right? So that's why this everything is stored in an organized way. That's why this VMart, we can call it as a location. This VMart, we are going to call it as a warehouse. Okay, now let's move ahead. So we understood what is a warehouse. Now, why a warehouse is necessary? Why we need a warehouse? Yeah, any organization, if you take, if it is a manufacturing sector, whatever they are manufacturing, if you see there, they will going to have either their own warehouse, or they will either take any warehouse on rent. Yes. So why they are spending money on this warehousing activities? Any idea?
Because of demand of goods to keep
Yeah, very
inventory.
good. Yes, to meet the customer demands. Okay, to meet the customer demands. So what we're going to have if we are meeting the customer demands on time? we are going to maintain a good relations with the customers. Okay, so if you are maintaining a good relations with the customer, then the customers will going to turn back to us. Okay, or those certain customer will be going to become the repetitive customer for us. To meet the customer demands on time, we are maintaining the we need an inventory, so that inventory will going to maintain in the warehouse. Any other point for which enterprise need a warehouse?
Easy distribution of goods.
Easy distribution of the goods. Yes, you can add. Yeah. Or easy distribution of goods. Okay. Now, one more point. What I will add. Okay. There will be a customer demand, so you need to have a good amount of inventory, not too much high, not too much low. Okay. So if you are dealing with holding an inventory, okay, we should have proper arrangement to safeguard that inventory. Yes, to safeguard our goods, to safeguard the goods or inventory. What is another thing? Okay,
To maintain the
from the
cost,
financial, yeah, sorry.
maintain the cost, price stability.
Yeah, very good, very good. To maintain the price stability. See, what is this price stability? Very good point. What Madhvi Garu has brought here. Any enterprise will going to have their warehouse for this purpose also. That is point number 4. Price stability. How we through a warehouse we can have the price stability? For example, there will be certain commodities, okay, whose price usually get fluctuates at certain intervals of time. Okay, maybe due to any international market condition. For example, currently this war is going on, Russia-Ukraine war. Okay, due to that war, there might be the chances that certain commodities what India is importing, okay, so for that the prices may fluctuate or may go high. Yes. So what in certain cases what our Indian market will going to do? They will going to anticipate. Okay, these are the commodities for in the near future the prices may go high. So let's procure before the prices go high. Let's procure when the prices are low. Let's procure and store in the warehouse. But it is not that we can procure we can go for procuring an infinite quantity from that. Okay, by anticipating that we can the prices will going to fluctuate. We are going to procure only whatever is our capacities to store. So what will going to happen? Whatever products we had procured at a low price, that based on that we can maintain the price stability of the end products whatever we're going to manufacture in our factory. Okay, that is 4 point. And the 5th point, what I'm not really sure. Okay, what if any enterprise is using that? Maybe this is the financial topic. Okay, to get the financial credits. Okay, to get the credit means loans. You can maintain the inventory in your warehouse. Okay. So what do you mean by this? How we will going to get the loan? For example, in your home, you are maintaining an inventory of gold ornaments. Okay, that is also a product in your home you are storing. Let's say your home is also a warehouse. So whenever I need any kind of financial assistance, I do not have any money with me. Okay, I need a financial assistance. So in such case, I can put that gold as a collateral to get the money for my future business perspective. Okay, so that is one more point what I can think about it. So for that we need a warehouse. Now in a warehouse, let's say these are the 5 points, or there will be more points, but let's stick to this for 5 points for this session. Okay. So these are the activities, or these are the purpose for which we need a warehouse. So when we say we need for these activities we need a warehouse, so obviously when I say activities, that will going to deal with certain processes, okay, or that will going to involve certain processes in a warehouse. Majorly for these two things. Okay, these are, if we are doing this, then obviously these 3, 4, 5 points will automatically coming into picture. Okay, focus on these 2 points. So when these 2 points will be our ultimate objective for having a warehouse, then that will going to lead certain processes in the warehouse. So what processes happen in a warehouse? When we need something, that will going to involve certain process, okay, to meet that need. Okay, so the first point is inbound process, inbound warehousing process. Second one is outbound warehousing process. And the third one is internal warehousing process. Inbound, first of all, inbound will come, then outbound will come, and then internal, and along with inbound and outbound, okay, internal warehousing operations will going to come into picture. Okay, so what is inbound process? Let's again go to DMart. So you as a customer are we as a customer are entering the DMart to purchase the grocery items. Okay, so the DMart should be prepared enough to meet the customer demands on time. Yes, DMart should be prepared enough to meet the customer demands on time. So how they will going to be prepared enough to meet the customer demands? By maintaining the sufficient inventory. So how they are going to maintain the sufficient inventory? By performing the inbound warehousing processes. Okay, what do you mean by inbound warehousing processes? They will going to either procure from some vendor. Okay, they will going to procure, let's say these 3 categories of the commodities in our example, this biscuits, food grains, cold storage products, they will going to procure. They will going to identify, okay, what is the market demand every month, how many customers are procuring what kind of commodities. Accordingly, they will going to procure those products, and they will going to maintain a good amount of inventory in the back in their DMart store. Has anyone noticed if you guys are visiting a DMart store, okay, there is one section where only customers will going to move. But if you had seen, there is a back end in the back side, there is some another room which is present, a big area you will going to see, where only the DMart employees are authorized to get into that room. Has anyone noticed that?
Yes.
Yes. So that is the area where they will going to maintain the inventory of the goods. Okay, that is known as buffer section. Okay, so whenever the goods are getting emptied from here, okay, from the customer section, whenever the goods are getting emptied from that buffer section, they will going to start start filling all these areas, so that, okay, so that they can meet the customer demand. So but how that buffer area is also getting filled? So the DMart, there will be certain planning will going to happen in the DMart. Okay, they will going to procure the goods at a regular interval of time, right? So that happens via inbound warehousing process. Whenever DMart is procuring the goods and to maintain a good amount of inventory, they will going to perform an inbound process. Outbound warehousing process means whenever a customer is coming to the DMart, and if the customer is procuring some product, okay, and if then what will going to happen? The products will going to move out of the DMart store. that is known as outbound warehousing process. And internal warehousing process means whenever any products will be getting moved inside or within this V-Mart store, okay, so that movement it will be known as internal warehousing process. Inside the warehouse means for any purpose we can move. Okay, for example, let's say there is one place where they had filled one big containers with some sugar. Okay, so what you did, you poured the sugar into one polythene bag. Okay, that is the product you had packed in a handling unit. Okay, and you moved that handling unit to one weighing section. There what is happening, there one activity is happening, they are weighing it, then they are sealing the packet, and they are giving it to you. What is that happening? That is an internal warehousing operation. What is happening? Just as an example, you can consider to understand in a layman example what I'm actually mean by internal warehousing operation. So these three operations or these three processes you will going to see in any warehouse, whether big warehouse, whether some small warehouse, whatever it is. Okay. Now, when in a warehouse, these three processes will going to come into picture. So this cannot happen. Okay, if you see from the volume of the business, these three processes, okay, this can happen without any digitalization. Okay, that means it can happen purely manually, but there are chances of incurring lot of errors. Okay, and lot of wastage of human efforts. So based on the warehousing process requirements, okay, maybe simple warehousing process requirements or complex warehousing processes requirement, in the market, there are a lot of players who are into this ERP business. Okay, in the market, there are a lot of players who are into this ERP business. They started designing these ERP softwares which will going to cater the warehousing process requirements. That we will going to call as warehouse management system. So there are so many ERP players in the market who designed a system known as warehouse management system. Okay. So let me write it down here. WMS we call. Warehouse management system. So what is this warehouse management system? It is basically an ERP system, okay, whose intention is to manage these warehousing processes. Warehouse management system is a system whose intention is to manage these three warehousing processes inside a warehouse. Warehouse management system, when I say, please consider it as an ERP system, ERP software system in a layman language. Software means certain processes will going to be digitalized by by removing the paperwork and all those things. So when I say warehouse management system, there are certain ERP players who have designed the warehouse management system. Okay, so what are the examples of ERP players, or what are the names of the brands who are into this, who are providing this warehouse management system? The major player is SAP. Okay, the major player is SAP. And other than SAP, you may see a lot of other brands like Manhattan Associates are there. Okay, then yeah, there are other players. Lot of players. I'm not able to recall those. Let's stick to SAP. SAP is an ERP software provider. Okay, who also caters for any enterprise. This SAP ERP will also going to cater, okay, this warehouse management system as well. Okay. Now, what are the warehouse management system offerings by the SAP ERP? SAP ERP offers to any business below 3 warehouse management system solution. What are the 3 warehouse management system solutions this SAP ERP is offering currently? First one is, I will, instead of writing down, I will prepare this infographic. First one, what most of you might be heard about it. Okay. First one is SAP Warehouse Management, which is an ECC component. Anyone heard about this name? SAP Warehouse Management? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. SAP Warehouse Management is one of the warehouse management solution of SAP ERP. Later on, okay, most of the business who are using this SAP Warehouse Management, they started to bring some, they started to put some complex requirement that, okay, our warehouse is having so and so complex requirement, but that complex requirements are not being fulfilled in this warehouse management, okay, through this SAP WM warehouse management solution. So what SAP did, SAP started doing some R&Ds and all those things, and it came up with some completely redesigned warehouse management solution, which will going to cater all the complex warehousing related operations. What is the name of that warehouse management solution? That is known as SAP Extended Warehouse Management. This is another warehouse management solution. Okay. Sorry, this is another warehouse management system, okay, which is designed by SAP. So when you ask me what is a in the name, this could be a bit misleading. Okay, SAP WM it is, and this is SAP Extended Warehouse Management. So sometimes people get confused that is this SAP Extended Warehouse Management means in the name it is there as extended. Extended, does it mean that it is any extension of SAP WM? No, it is not an extension of SAP WM. This is one kind of warehouse management solution of SAP. This is another warehouse management solution of SAP. Okay. And now when you will go for doing the comparative study of SAP WM and SAP EWM, okay, both offers different functionalities. But yes, when I say this SAP Extended Warehouse Management is designed for complex warehousing solutions, okay, so that means it is having far more complex process handling capabilities as compared to this SAP Warehouse Management module. Okay, now you may be hearing about well, let's say maybe in your projects, currently in any SAP related projects you are working, okay, or among your friends also you might be hearing that there are a lot of requirements coming in the SAP Extended Warehouse Management. Okay, so it is really good to have this getting trained on SAP Extended Warehouse Management. Okay, so why there are a lot of requirements coming in SAP Extended Warehouse Management? The reason is most of the companies are switching from SAP WM, that is SAP Warehouse Management Solution, to SAP Extended Warehouse Management Solution. Why? What is the first reason? The first reason is the SAP will going to stop giving the support services for this SAP WM module. Maybe most probably by what I heard is by 2025 or 2027, I guess. The support for this SAP warehouse management will going to be stopped by SAP. So that is why most of the clients are moving from this SAP WM to SAP EWM. And yes, when they are moving from this SAP WM to SAP EWM, okay, so this EWM is offering them to design complex warehousing processes, okay, if they are having in their warehouse. Okay, that is the first reason. Now let's say this WM service will going to be stopped, support service will going to be stopped by SAP. Now any client or any company who was using this SAP WM, does it really necessary that it should migrate to SAP WM for sure? Let's say my company is using or was using SAP WM, okay, but I do not have any complex warehousing requirements in my warehouse. I do not perform any complex warehousing scenarios. Then why would I go to this SAP EWM then? Unnecessarily. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for that, SAP has brought one more warehouse management solution, okay, into picture. So what SAP is saying, okay, let me first of all write it down. What SAP is bringing one more warehouse management solution is SAP stockroom management. Okay, what SAP is bringing? SAP stockroom management. Hold on, let me delete this thing. SAP WM and SAP EWM. So by 2027, all the businesses got an information that this WM support will going to be stopped. So they have to move their warehousing business to SAP EWM. But some business said, no, how can we move when we do not have any complex warehousing scenarios? Why we will going to move our business to SAP EWM unnecessarily? Our warehouse is not that much big. So in that case, SAP has brought one more solution whose name is SAP Stockroom Management. Okay, for smaller warehouses. Okay, for small warehouses who do not have much complicated warehousing processes, SAP has given the option to them that if they do not want to move from SAP WM to EWM, they can move to SAP Stockroom Management. But what is the difference between stockroom management, warehouse management, and SAP EWM? Tomorrow I have one comparative study slide related to the process functionalities, okay, where I will show you what features this stockroom management offers, what features this SAP WM was offering, and what SAP EWM is offering to the business. But on a very what I can say, to summarize the things, okay, in one word I can say, So since this SAP stockroom management was being introduced by SAP for smaller warehouses, okay, SAP WM was being used for medium scaled warehouses, and SAP EWM will be used for complex warehousing processes. Okay, so obviously the functionalities what SAP stockroom management offers is lesser as compared to SAP WM. I think everyone is familiar with this sign, right? This one what I am using here. Yes. The functionalities of SAP stockroom management is less as compared to SAP warehouse management. The functionalities of SAP warehouse management is less as compared to SAP EWM. So if any business whose warehousing business is not that complex, so before 2027, okay, so they or after 2027, they can move to this SAP stockroom management, okay, or any business going forward, if let's say they are anticipating their warehousing operation the complexity of their warehousing operation will going to increase, then they will going to migrate from SAP WM to SAP EWM. Okay, so these are the three warehouse management solutions which are offered by SAP. And once they are migrating to SAP stockroom management from SAP WM, okay, and at the later point of time, let's say if they would like to switch, let's say their warehousing business is getting complex, so if they would like to switch from SAP stockroom management to SAP EWM also, that is also possible. Now the business, or let's say you also may be having one question that since when we were using SAP ERP, so we were using this SAP WM, okay, which was included in the license cost what we had bought when we bought the SAP ERP, right? So when we are going to migrate to SAP EWM from SAP WM to SAP EWM, if you are going to migrate, do we have to pay any other additional license fee? Yeah. So the answer is yes, and answer is no also. So when you are not supposed to pay any additional license fee, so in this SAP extended warehouse management, it comes with two different versions. One is basic SAP EWM, and second one is advanced SAP EWM. So if from this SAP WM, if you would like to migrate to SAP EWM going forward, okay, and in that you would like to stick to only basic EWM functionalities, then there is no license cost the existing SAP customers has to pay. But along with basic EWM, you would like to migrate to SAP advanced EWM functionalities, okay, then for this advanced EWM functionalities, you need to pay the license cost. Or you mean the business. Okay, now you may be wondering what are the functionalities going to be covered in basic EWM and what are the functionalities going to be covered in advanced SAP EWM. We're going to talk about in tomorrow's sessions along with doing the comparative study of these functionalities, the process functionalities among these three things. That will over to tomorrow's agenda. So today, whatever we had discussed, is this clear?
Yeah, Pawan, I'm having a question here.
Yeah.
So, other than this SAP WM and stockroom management, we do have like a SAP BW, Business Warehouse. So, is this the difference, or is this a different service provided by SAP?
Business warehousing is serves some completely different purpose. Okay, that is something related to business intelligence area. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Are you getting? Business warehousing
Okay.
is completely different. That is something related to a data warehousing part or business intelligence part, we say.
Okay. So it doesn't come in warehousing.
Sorry?
It doesn't come into warehouse management, stocks, inventories.
No,
These
no,
all
no, no, no,
it
no, no, no,
doesn't.
no, 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 no,
Okay.
no. Business warehousing is something related to your data warehousing part.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not that much
One.
expert in that, but
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. One more thing here. You have said that the SAP WM will be taken care as a platform of ECC. Okay. So
yeah.
EWM will be also on ECC or HANA. How this
No, no.
platform is differentiate?
See, yeah. So actually, this I wanted to tell tomorrow. That is deployment options
Just
of
for basic
SAP
idea, like
EWM.
how. Yeah.
Yeah. See, this EWM is currently in wherever in any project you will go. So this SAP EWM is being used as a standalone solution. Standalone solution means a different application server will be there, and this SAP EWM will be residing on the SAP SCM server. And second one is what most of the projects are recently coming, that is SAP EWM embedded on S4 HANA as an embedded solution on S4 HANA. Why? Because most of the companies are migrating from ECC to S4 HANA. Okay, so they are. So I'm not sure how their IT leadership is deciding. Okay, what factors they are considering, but most of the clients, those who are currently in SAP WM, they are migrating to SAP EWM embedded solution in S4 HANA. And the training what we will going to have, that will be on this platform, SAP EWM embedded on S4 HANA. So there is hardly any kind of difference as compared to the system connectivity point of view and all those things. From the functionality point of view, there is hardly any difference what you will going to find. Difference I will not going to say, simplifications will going to be there. Yeah, and what kind of simplifications you will going to have, that also I'm going to highlight in this training curriculum.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. One more question here, Pawan. Sorry to ask this.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Like you have said that in SAP EWM we are having a basic and advanced. So these basic will be like a similar to stockroom kind of like it's a license fee.
No, no,
There
no.
is no
That's
license. No.
no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no. That's what I'm saying. No, just wait for tomorrow's session. Okay, you will going to get the understanding what is basic the function, what functionality is SAP stockroom management offers, what SAP WM offers, what SAP EWM offers. Okay, and along with that, we will going to see what are the functionalities covered in SAP basic EWM and advanced SAP EWM. Okay, please wait for tomorrow's session.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
I have one request, sir. Can you share this Excel on share drive in the request?
Yeah, definitely. I will going to share this Excel sheet. Okay. So, so maybe let the tomorrow session also get completed. So I will going to consolidate today's session and tomorrow's session, and there is no issue. I'm going to share that. The
Okay.
same thing I'm doing with the previous batch also. Yeah.
Okay. No.
Right. Any further questions, or shall we conclude today's first session?
Yeah, Pawan, I just want to, as I was expecting, like, is a demo, so I haven't yet started with these sessions, with this course. I just want to know, like, for better understanding how this SDMM, how these integrated, so I can get a better clarification for this. I
Yeah, that we're going
understood,
to discuss. No,
yeah, yeah,
see,
yeah.
yeah.
I understood like this procurement part will be coming in this. I mean, I thought like it will be integrated for this. Am I correct? The procurement, purchase, ordering, and sales that is outbound, everything that comes, it is likewise integrated, right? Just to better understanding for me.
Integrated means, see, in SAP, not only this SAP SAP SD integration to SAP EWM, okay. See, you might have worked in other SAP modules like SAP SAP SD.
FI.
There also we have the integration points. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Yes.
when we say integrated, we have to integrate. Yeah. It is not that SAP
Mm-hmm.
will going to integrate automatically, unnecessarily. If business do not want to integrate, why the SAP will going to integrate? SAP has given the feature to integrate. Now it's our decision, and depending on the business requirement, whether we would like to integrate or not. That integration we're going to discuss, no, in the coming sessions.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Yeah. So thanks everyone for joining the session. Yeah. So let's resume tomorrow again at 8 p.m. Indian time, and we're going to discuss with the agenda where I had to stop today. Yeah. Thank you, and have a nice evening ahead.
Thanks, Pawan. Thanks for
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Pawan.
Thank you, Pawan.